the Sarlacc was able to pull down a spaceship. But not Lando Calrissian. Making Lando by far the strongest living being in Star Wars canon. Mommy, why do you always wear goggles? I'm a pilot, Jason, you know that. Sure mom, but you fly a spaceship, not a World War I biplane. How boys flirt. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough, and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Not like here. Here everything is soft and smooth. How men flirt. Your song is not yet written. I will serve you until it is. And a beautiful girl. Let's put you to bed as well. Oh duck. Duck should duck, oh shit. What do I do? What the duck do I do? She just lost the will to live. Jedi accountant, I see here QUI gone purchased one. Boy on Tatooine. Wait, that can't be right. Jar Jar Binks, after seeing you bench press 250 pounds. USA strong. Nth. Then. Oz. Saw. See. Sith. I find your lack of faith disturbing. Star Wars fans, after seeing Leia fly through space. Prequel fans when they see memes of how bad the prequels are. Sequel fans when see memes of how bad the sequels are. An employee at a Mustafa mining facility seeing two guys having a lightsaber battle in the middle of his night shift. Thank God for Hayden Christensen. It actually wasn't George's idea to have Anakin kill the younglings. I just showed up on set one day and started to whack those little duckers. Turns out George was filming the whole time. Anakin at 22. Married. Future father. General in Army of Republic. On the Jedi Council. The strongest Jedi. Luke at 22. Kissed his own sister. I killed them all. Not just the men, but the women and children too. Padme. Name a better Star Wars sound, I'll wait. Brave disabled war veteran single-handedly takes on a group of armed terrorist thieves. When you're walking down the sidewalk and see a cat in someone's driveway. Vader kills a ton of innocent people. Luke, oh there's still good in him. Kylo has a bad dream. Luke. This dagger has done terrible things. Currently wielding. The Youngling Slayer 9000. Ventress, I'm a Night Sister. Grievous, I killed a Night Sister. Ahsoka, I fought a Night Sister. Cal Kestis. The prequel they think we want. An Age of Light and Darkness Rises. The prequel we actually want. Better Call Malt. Why didn't Yoda train Leia? Princess Leia lost her entire planet, father, husband, and son and been abandoned by her brother, and yet has never been tempted by the dark side. Y'all Skywalker boys are weak as shit. I miss the days when people thought Snoke was a 50 feet tall giant. Making jokes about Anakin killing younglings off screen in episode 3. Seeing Darth Vader straight up snap a child's neck on screen in a Disney show. Unpaid intern 1. No hope, no love, no glory, no happy ending. Obi-Wan totally knew what was going on behind him and just decided that it was a problem for another day. This is not Rei's lightsaber. This is Rei's lightsaber. This is not Luke's lightsaber. This is Luke's lightsaber. This is Anakin's lightsaber. Water-based civilization. Land-based army. The Gungans were planning to take over Naboo. The most realistic scene in Star Wars. Two grunts have no idea what's happening, assume it's a drill, and immediately go back to not giving a shit. Clones are too expensive. Let's spend all our resources on 2 Death Stars. Anakin and Ahsoka are somewhere between 5 and 6 years apart, as Anakin was born in 41 BBY and was 19, perhaps going on 20, at the beginning of the Clone Wars, while Ahsoka, born 36 BBY, was already 14. Canonically, she came to the temple when she was 3 and Anakin did when he was 9, which would mean she had probably been there about a year by the time Obi-Wan brought Anakin from Tatooine. Then somehow she ends up being his apprentice. When you come back to check on the Chosen One, and he's putting midichlorians into a senator. And then, as your dad laid there helpless burning in lava, I stole his lightsaber and walked away. You've hacked into Amber Alert. You can now send one message to every smartphone in your country. What do you send? Execute Order 66. Power 41,995. Power 35,308. Power 32,328. Power 41,995. You're not just strong, you're stupid. What did I teach you about disobeying the order? How? You taught me how. A 100% canon conversation. Hayden Christensen says his Star Wars what if idea is where Anakin Skywalker doesn't fall to the dark side, he gets to raise the twins with Padme, and Uncle Obi-Wan is there. Doesn't rely on fan service. Rebels struggle and are no saints. Villains aren't incompetent. The Empire is ducking terrifying. I don't want to be a problem. You won't be, Annie. As it would turn out, Anakin would, in fact, be a problem. Anakin flirting in Clone Wars. I look upon the magnificence of your highness, whose beauty would make the brightest star seem dull by comparison. Anakin flirting in Attack of the Clones. I don't like sand. The only man in cinema history to kill Liam Neeson. Anakin spoke highly of you. Interesting. He never mentioned you. That's because my character didn't exist until this show. You're the Sith Lord. No you. Duck lol, you got me. Lightsaber deflect lasers and block projectiles. Mandalorians. Parry this, you filthy wizard. Raise your hand if you know Anakin and Padme ducking. Anakin, please lower your hand. When you go to the bathroom without your phone, it is made of sodium lauryl sulfate. I bet he's thinking about other women. I wonder if Darth Vader ever just took an pod race once in a while. Me, I'm a 90s kid. No, you're a 30-year-old man. So this is how democracy dies, with thunderous applause. If you think about the way lightsabers work, Jedi are actually complete sickos for what they do to people. Please help me. The way Plo's expression changed when Ahsoka said she wasn't coming back. Anakin Skywalker does not use Jedi mind tricks. Not once in the films. Do you think that's a coincidence? Not on your life, buddy. Anakin Skywalker does not have it in him to overrule another being's free will. He murders a bunch of children with a laser sword. Bill Burr as Mayfield had a better ex-Stormtrooper arc in 15 minutes than Finn got in 3 entire Star Wars movies. When you gotta teach algebra at 3, but fight Vader at 4. You're trying to stop the Empire. The Empire is trying to stop you. My wife and I will take the girl. We've always talked about adopting a baby girl. Why didn't you ever talk about adopting a baby boy? I take it, you've never met my nephew? Anakin, I'm having a kid with Padme. Obi-Wan, that's against the Jedi code. Anakin, hey, how's Satine's nephew? Obi-Wan, listen here, you little shit. Whistling birds, use them sparingly for they are rare. Dingerin in every episode. Whistling birds. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. No. Alderaan is peaceful. They should have thought about that before they signed up for Disney+. Lightsaber deflect lasers and block projectiles. Mandalorians. Parry this, you filthy wizard. History lesson. The Jedi won the war with Mandalore. Have you ever removed your helmet? I have. Then you are a Mandalorian no more. Alright, duck your line, gonna go hang out with Boba Fett. And so then she said I wasn't a Mandalorian anymore. You have the dark saber, bro. Tell her that she's no longer a Mandalorian. Anakin's the father, isn't he? No. What if I were to say to Yumi Sabine a bad girl? Why is Dave Filoni making an entire Disney Plus series to explain how Thrawn returned? Doesn't he know you can just say somehow, Thrawn returned? I'm already 19, and I'm still a Padawan? For 50 years, a ducking youngling I was. When you accidentally click on the wrong file during a presentation. Jeff Bezos and Sir Richard Branson not yet astronauts, US says. You went to space, but we do not grant you the rank of astronaut. QUI gone. You have been freed. You're no longer a slave. Anakin. Wow. Thank you QUI gone. QUI gone. Lol. Call me master. Me searching for a very specific question on Google. Some guy on Reddit who answered the question 4 years ago. You told me Vader murdered my father. It's literally what he told me. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan. Hello, I'm a member of the Imperial Senate in a diplomatic mission to Alderaan and I'm dad. Theory: the Tusken Raiders at the pod race were time travelers trying to kill their version of Kid Hitler and stop him from killing not just the men, but the women and the children. I will finish what you started. From Obi-Wan. Cal looking at all the other Jedi in hiding after he blew up like 3 Imperial sites, killed 2 Inquisitors, and got a big titty goth girlfriend. Pathetic. Rex during Order 66. Cody during Order 66. Shame. Your reminder that Disney owns the rights to both franchises and can make this battle happen anytime they want. It's odd that you became a master without the approval of the Jedi Council. I am the Council. You told me Vader betrayed and murdered my father. The rules were you guys weren't going to fact check. Clones. The Jedi. Order 66. Evacuate. In our moment of triumph, I think you overestimate their tractors. Grogu getting all the fancy pure Beskar, while the other kids get the $20 costume from Walmart. Alderaan people be like, look, you can see the moon during the day. Dave Filoni, if you cancel my show, I will make Jar Jar canonically duck. Cartoon Network execs, you wouldn't dare. Dave Filoni, with nothing left to lose. Master, I think this little guy is sick. He's burning up with a fever. Checks temperature with gloved, prosthetic hand. I left instructions for everyone while I'm gone. Mine just says Anakin. No, I want you to apply it to every possible situation. Me showing up at the North Pole on December 26th after not receiving the $800 Lego AT-AT. People saying that the sequels will be retconned by Filoni and Favreau. The Mandalorian and the Bad Batch obviously setting up the rise of the First Order and Palpatine's cloning experiments. My dad's hair color. My mom's hair color. My hair color. The mailman's hair color. When you're on a train and realize a Jedi died there. A roomy gunship with at least 1 foot of storage space for holding my guns, gadgets, bounties, rations, companions, etc. And even if I suddenly decided I didn't want to bounty hunt and start a life with Baby Yoda, we could travel fairly comfortably. A dinky little starfighter that I could maybe pack my toothbrush into if I really flexed my spatial management skills. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. My wife and I will take the girl, she will be loved. I'll take the boy to his aunt and uncle, he will be tolerated. Leave him or we'll never make it. His fate will be the same as ours. Dies on Death Star. Dies on Death Star. Dies on Death Star. Mace window. Axe window. Machete window. Unarmed window. Out the window. Leave him or we'll never make it. His fate will be the same as ours. Dies on Death Star. Dies on Death Star. Dies on Death Star. When you're trying to threaten Darth Vader, but who are you? You killed my father. I've killed very many fathers. You'll have to be more specific. I've noticed a common trend in Star Wars. If you're a badass that uses a minigun as your primary weapon, you're going to sacrifice yourself. Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough. I hate you. Give this lightsaber to my son when he gets old enough. I want my own spin-off. Your own spin-off. Anakin, the entire saga is your spin-off. Lightsaber lore. Lightsaber lore. If Samuel L. Jackson didn't ask for a purple lightsaber. You are a clone. I have heard your voice thousands of times. Mine might be the last one you hear. How the duck you get fired on your day off? No. The chip makes me do it. I can't control my actions. What I remember about the rise of the Empire is how quiet it was. During the waning hours of the Clone Wars, the 501st Legion was discreetly transferred back to Coruscant. It was a silent trip. We all knew what was about to happen. What we were about to do. Did we have any doubts? Any private traitorous thoughts? Perhaps, but no one said a word. Not on the flight to Coruscant, not when Order 66 came down, and not when we marched into the Jedi Temple. Not a word. Flamingos have Sith eyes. Bo-Katan cries and Fennec shanned. Bo-Katan cries and Fennec shanned 28 years later. And then there's Obi-Wan after 20 years. The armorer congratulating Bo-Katan on purifying herself. Bo-Katan who only saved him from drowning. The person who said it first. It's a trap. The person who said it kind of at the same volume, maybe a little lower actually, but during the climactic battle scene of the series finale. It's a trap. I never thought giant weapons would devastate my planet, sobs woman who supported the giant weapons devastating planet's empire. For Master Jedi. Old man screaming and doing a 920 corkscrew. 99.9% of the Jedi Order. We are keepers of the peace, not soldiers. Anakin. Knife goes in, guts come out. Anakin has never talked to you about his past, has he? Only to tell me he won't talk about it. When he was younger, Anakin was a Boba Fett starship. Luke, when gone am I? The last of the Jedi will you be? This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Fallen Order Cal. Yes sir, I'll have her home by 9. Survivor Cal. Your daughter calls me daddy now. When you're a lonely dark man on a path of revenge and you meet an orphan. If they lose they tell us who the Sith Lord is. If we lose we hand over the Chancellor. Ewan McGregor. I didn't want to play James Bond because people will only know me from that role. Also Ewan McGregor, when you ask him about Obi-Wan, well, of course I know him. He's me. Lucas, instead of a salary, I want all merchandise and sequel rights to Star Wars. 20th Century Fox, okay, but what the duck is merchandising? You're selling t-shirts, Lucas. Lol, hello there. Hey Obi-Wan. Hello there. Hey, Obi-Wan. Anakin and the gang watching Luke make the same mistakes that destroyed the Jedi Order. At 19, Anakin Skywalker was a general in a galaxy at war. He was considered one of the most powerful Jedi ever. He was also married. At 19, Padme Amidala was the queen of a planet and saving lives during a crisis. At 19, Leia Organa was a senator and a leader in the rebellion against the Empire. At 19, Luke Skywalker was living with his aunt and uncle making vroom and whoosh noises while playing with toys. When one of the hardest quotes in all of Star Wars was made by a Gungan. How does it feel to die? Not die, sacrifice. This guy was such a G for telling his evil wizard cyborg boss that his religion is bullshit during a work meeting. Star Wars, making ponchos cool since 1977. Randomly paused Attack of the Clones and hit upon a possible template, the unimpressed Taku. Look at you, with your fancy ducking jetpack. Luke, must tell you about Leia. Nana, you mean Leia? Leia with the ass? My side chick from Aldrin? What up about her? Ducking dice. This is one of my absolute favorite moments in The Empire Strikes Back that most people miss because he's so far in the background, but Han pauses working on the Falcon to watch Leia give her briefing. There, your collar was not up to Imperial code. I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you. Wrong cell, buddy. Sorry, man. Say, have we met before? Your voice sounds so familiar. He is too small. Din. He'll grow. I wish I'd known him. He was the best starfighter in the galaxy, and he was a good friend. What about my mother? She was the queen of Naboo, and since they were legally married on Naboo, you are entitled to inherit a huge fortune. Isn't that correct, George? You don't like Rei because you can't handle a strong female character. There's nothing on this planet that can damage the legs on this thing. A few years earlier on Ender's Moon. Jedi Council. Okay Anakin, we know you haven't seen a woman in 10 years and you're a raging hormonal teenager, but we need you to go protect this senator for a couple weeks. Don't fall in love with her or anything though. The senator built a company from the ground up that employed thousands of workers, offered his son a management position in the business, did not discriminate based on race, prepared meals for his enemies, sees a field full of Mandalorians, yells hey Mando. The Clone Wars, approximate 25 years old, approximate 10 years old. Star Wars The Mandalorian, approximate 55 years old, approximate 40 years old. That still only counts as one. I'm your father. No, I also made 3PO. Wait, that's right, 3PO's your brother. No. Admiral, I think that was Obi-Wan Kenobi. I thought that too, until he said Ben Kenobi. You gotta learn to listen, Lau. Liam Neeson, a skilled sword fighter. Sir Christopher Lee, a skilled sword fighter. Owen and Hayden making lightsaber sounds as they act. As the last surviving member of this council, I unanimously grant myself the rank of Master. The rank of Master. You put a scene in Star Wars that's a shot-for-shot remake of the Nazi rally in Triumph of the Will, depicting the Empire, right? Depicting the Empire, right? The first Mandalorian in Beskar being hit by a lightsaber, all the other Mandalorians. The Jedi will never let us be together. It isn't fair. So quit. Excuse me? Quit the Jedi Order. What? Are you going to tear the whole order down? You could just go. It's not like you lose your powers. And I'm rich. You don't have to work. You wouldn't even have to leave your lightsaber. Just do what you want. And hang out with your hot senator wife. Written and directed by George Lucas.